Hello everybody, Marcia here. I am back today with a scrapbook process video for PageMaps. So today I am using a 12 by 12 sketch from the December sketches. And this one I wanted to scrap this photo of my daughter. This is a photo from last year. She's now living in Colorado. Maybe that's why I'm scrapping this photo. We always did Christmas baking together. She loves to bake, and I have not done any Christmas baking yet at all. I am really kind of missing her. She didn't make it home for Thanksgiving due to COVID. Feel it was safe for her to be flying then, and she's really busy with her work because other people are out sick with COVID. She works as an emergency vet, and there were a few nights where she was the only vet there with a few vet techs, and she actually had to turn people away because they were so busy and understaffed. Anyway, back to my layout. I thought I would do a bunch of stash bashing, and so I dug out all my Christmas papers and went through and looked to see what I had that was Christmas baking or candy related. So I found the peppermint candies in some Studio Calico papers that I had from a long time ago. And that's, I think, where the striped pink and red striped paper is from as well, and it might be where that polka dot paper is coming from too. I had some Elle's Studio cards, and that's where the 'Tis the Season is coming from, as well as the Holiday Notes card there that I have tucked underneath. I dug out a doily because I thought since this is a baking layout, I could sneak a doily in there. Yeah, and I really like this combination of colors, the red and the pink and a little bit of gray. So it's very much like a monochromatic layout. It's mostly just the reds and the pinks. Before I get too much farther, I also want to do some machine stitching just around the edge. So then I got out my spray mist, and I wanted to splatter some color on here in the corners before I got my photos down. So I'm just using some dark pink and Mr. Huey's that I had. That's a lighter pink, and I think I had some October Afternoon there too that I was using. So I had this strip of paper that I was going to put above my photo, and then I decided I wanted to make it look like a tag. So I'm trimming off the corners with my We Are Memory Keeper Spanner Maker, and this works really well because then I know that the tag cuts that I made in the corners are symmetrical. But then I decided after I adhered it down that I should put a brad up there so that I could put a ribbon through it. So now this would be much easier to do if I had done it before I had adhered it down, but it still works. You just have to do some contortions here. So yeah, I would highly recommend that if you're going to put a brad in something, do it before you adhere it to your page. Then I'm going to pull out my Bow Easy, and I'm going to tie a bow with some red twine that I had. A Bow Easy is a tool that I love to use to tie my bows. I got this at a local card shop, and I have only seen it for sale on Amazon. So I'll put the link in the description if you're interested in purchasing it. It's one of my favorite tools, and it's really inexpensive. Now that I have this tag down, I'm going to start to adhere my photos down. So you can see I popped my photo up with some recycled chipboard, and then I use some foam tape on the back as well. I'm spacing out my photos, leaving a little bit of a gap there because that's what was in the sketch. I will eventually go back and add a title in that place where the gap is. I did some computer journaling and just printed it onto some Nina white cardstock. And I wanted to bring in the candy theme still. So I found some washi tape that has the striped red and white stripes so it would look like candy cane. And if I use the washi tape on the edge of the cards here, I can fold it over onto the back and trim the edges. And it really adds a pop of color there versus if I had just stuck my plain old white journaling card down onto my scrapbook layout. And I really love how this turned out. I think I'm going to have to try this more because I really love how this looks. So I have to put a little piece at the top as well because this is going to be tucked somewhat underneath the 'Tis the Season card, but a little piece of that corner is going to stick out. After I get my journaling card down, we'll be able to think about our title and how we are going to embellish this layout. I went through more of my stash and I found some chipboard candy pieces in a Simple Stories Very Merry Christmas collection. So that's where the gumdrops and those Hershey Kisses are coming from. I also had some Jolie gingerbread men buttons in my stash, so I dug those out as well. And then I found an old crate paper flare that looked like a peppermint candy that I dug out. And I like that because it's pink and a lot of my layout is red. And so I thought it would be nice to help pull in more pink. So the Simple Stories Very Merry Christmas collection had this gingerbread guy, and I just had to put him on my layout. Gingerbread men are like the epitome of Christmas baking, aren't they? And we made gingerbread cookies. So the two cookie types we have here, there are peppermint candy twists and gluten-free ginger snaps that my husband loves, and he is gluten intolerant, so we always have to make him something that he can eat as well. I thought I would use some stickers for my title. The stickers don't take up as much room as thickers, and for my title I wanted to use Baking Spirits Bright. I am putting my Elvis stickers on a ruler first to get them to be even and spaced out just how I want them, and then I can move my ruler around and decide where on my layout I'm actually going to place these stickers. I decided to put the baking over my photo, and that way this Spirits Bright will fit right in that gap between the photos. Now I'm playing around with some of these ephemera pieces to try to decide where I want them. And I decided I wanted the gumdrops and the Hershey Kiss up at the top, and there were other colors, the green and blue, but I decided I was going to stick with my monochromatic color scheme, and so I only use the red and the pink. And I'm tucking in that Elle Studio Holiday Notes card underneath on the bottom and trying to figure out what I am going to do still with the tag. I really want to put some of these little gingerbread people on here, but I really wasn't digging how it was looking. I found some My Mind's Eye Sugar Plum enamel dots in pink that I thought would work on here, and also some Simple Stories phrase stickers. This one says, "Oh, what fun," and those work really well. It's nice to be able to use up stash when I'm creating a layout. That journaling card, I thought I needed another bow. So I got my Bow Easy back out in that same red twine, and I'm tying one more bow. I really love how this one turned out. Go check out those PageMaps sketches. There are several single and double page 8.5 by 11 and 12 by 12 pages that are awesome inspiration. Thanks so much for stopping by. Bye bye now.